another topic, that is nanotechnology. Okay, nanotechnology. This is also very very important uh, in the subject of science and technology, S&T. You know very well, science and technology is very important. In that, the aspect of nanotechnology or the topic of nanotechnology is very important. Uh, few times questions have been asked in the mains examination, UPSC mains, with respect to nanotechnology. Okay, right. And apart from that, you can also expect questions in the prelims exams also with respect to nanotechnology, then nanomaterials, okay, then nano products, then their applications and their shortcomings or the challenges with nanotechnology. Okay, right. From the point of view of examination, from mains examination especially, these aspects are important. One is the applications. Okay, applications of nanotechnology, then the challenges, okay, or issues with the nanotechnology, then the nanomaterials. Okay, nanomaterials, these are important aspects within the nanotechnology with respect to examination. Okay, so in nanomaterials, we are not going to discuss about the nanomaterials in detail here, but maybe in the next lecture we may discuss about the, or we will try to discuss about the nanomaterials. In that, the carbon nanotubes, these are very very important. Carbon nanotubes, already there was a question in the mains, UPSC mains, on the carbon nanotubes. You blindly remember, the carbon nanotubes are going to be the future. Everywhere, in each and every aspect of our life, there will be use of nano carbon tubes, okay, or carbon nanotubes. Okay, then there is graphene. Okay, graphene. Graphene is, what should I say, graphene is derived from the graphite. Graphite, one of the carbon products. So from that graphene is extracted. How it is extracted, what is its significance, we will try and understand. Okay, then we have another this thing, within the nanotechnology, another important nanomaterial, that is q dot or q dots, or they are elaborately called as quantum dots. Quantum dots, okay, these materials, they are going to replace the existing transistors, diodes and the transistors, okay, by their superior quality of conductivity, and these are the nanomaterials. In this class, it may not be possible to discuss about these nanomaterials, but briefly I will mention them. Maybe in the next classes we will try and discuss elaborately about them. Okay, so within the nanotechnology, these are the areas which we are going to study. Okay, right. So without wasting much time, any time, we will go and see. First, we will try and understand the meaning of nanotechnology. Okay, or what nanotechnology implies. Okay, nanotechnology. Okay, first I will try to give you the definitions that are given in the books, and later I will explain in a layman's language what is the meaning of nanotechnology, right? So nanotechnology, the definition, the origin of technology is there in 1970s. If we have to briefly discuss, there is a Japanese scientist. Okay, you need not remember the name. Okay, there is a Japanese scientist. He published a paper. In that, he gave famously, gave this phrase. There is, famous phrase is, there is plenty of room, plenty of room at the bottom. Okay, right. So this phrase, the significance of this phrase, we will understand once we try to understand the, once we understand the concept of nanotechnology. So what is the concept of nanotechnology? It is working with the materials at a nanoscale. Okay, nanoscale. Then what is the meaning of a nanoscale? Nanoscale is 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. Okay, so in a meter we have to divide a meter with 1, and under it you have to keep 9 zeros. Okay, divide 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so you are dividing 1 meter with this number, then will come the nanometer. Okay, so in other words, it is to say that we are working with the materials at very shorter lengths. Okay, shorter lengths. Okay, we are going inside into the materials, that is inside into the materials. In other words, to put it as, we are going to the atom level. You know very well, atoms, everything in this universe or in this space is made up of atoms. Atoms are the basic building blocks of all the materials. Okay, example is hydrogen is H2 is an atom. Okay, chlorine is an atom, oxygen is an atom. Okay, so everything in this universe is made up of atoms. Okay, so what is there in atoms generally? If this is an atom, there will be a center. Okay, this is also called as nucleus, in which two predominant particles will be there, protons and neutrons. Then surrounding them, electrons will be moving around. Okay, electrons will be moving them. Okay, so these are the predominant particles that are there in an atom. Okay, right, so this is called as an atom. So these atoms are same. The way we are combining the atoms, or the way they are forming bonds among them, because of that the different materials are formed in this universe. Okay, this whiteboard, it contains same atoms. If you go to the basic level, it is made up of same atoms. My shirt, whatever the shirt I'm wearing, this is also made with same atoms. The building, okay, which we live in, they are also basically made up of same atoms. Okay, the difference is the way they are being bonded with each other. In that way, different types of materials are formed, and they have different physical properties. Okay, right. So what nanotechnology involves, we were till now we were seeing the things on a bigger scale. Okay, we were until now focused, or until 1970s. Okay, until 1970s we focused on looking at the things on a bigger scale. Okay, right. So since 1970s, the scientist, he gone at to the atomic level. Okay, or atom level. Okay, then he observed that if we are examining the materials at very shorter lengths, or at the atomic level or the subatomic level, then the materials start behaving in an extraordinary way. They start behaving in a very extraordinary way. Means, if this whiteboard is there, okay, I am taking this whiteboard as it is. Okay, now it has certain physical features or physical properties. What are the physical properties? Okay, this is looking white in color. Okay, that is one physical property. Then it is harder. Okay, if I touch it, it is making a sound, so it is harder, so it will take some force to break it. Okay, that is its second physical property. Okay, then it is in rectangular shape. Okay, that is its third physical property. Like that, this whiteboard has certain physical properties. But what I am doing now, I am going inside the board, and I am looking this board, or I am looking at the atoms that are there in this board. Okay, and one more property I want to add. If you see this surface area of this board, okay, it is limited. I can able to write only in this much space. Okay, the space is also limited, or surface area is also limited. That is the fourth property. Okay, then as part of nanotechnology, what I am doing, I am trying to go at the atomic level. Okay, or atom level with the same whiteboard. Okay, then I started working at the atom level with this same whiteboard. Okay, I tried to change the order of the atoms that are located or present in this board. Okay, so this, instead of looking white, when I started working this board at the atom level, this may start look in blue color. Okay, right. So atoms that are there in this board, all together they are emitting white light. That's why this booking board is looking in whitish color. Okay, when I go to atomic level or atom level, then I start working this board, the atoms, instead of emitting white color, they may start emitting the blue color. Okay, then if I briefly change the order of the atoms that are present. Okay, I'm taking the replica of this whiteboard. Let's imagine this is the whiteboard with which I am working now, or on which I am writing. Okay, let's imagine these are the atoms. Okay, let's imagine these are the atoms. There are different atoms. Okay, some are black. Let's imagine these are different types of atoms. They are arranged in this way. Okay, but imagine now I am changing the order of these atoms like this. Okay, so one white one black one, then one white one, then one black one. Okay, now I have changed the order of atoms that are there in this blackboard to this type. Okay, then this board may become too much hard. Okay, too much or too strong. With normal force I may not be able to break it. Okay, so that is another change in the property of this whiteboard. Okay, so what is happening in the nanotechnology, if you try to understand, when we are going to the atomic level and when we start working with the starting with the materials at atomic level, then the physical properties of the materials will change very dramatically and drastically. Okay, so what is the purpose of, or what is it for us when the materials are exhibiting different properties at the atomic level or at the nanoscale? Okay, so it has several features, or whatever the physical features then that are exhibited by the materials at the nanoscale, we can use those features for our advantage. What are the advantages? Briefly, we can build stronger materials. Okay, we can better utilize the energy, solar energy now, or renewable energy we are now trying to develop, harness, but there are problems in the solar energy harnessing or wind energy harnessing. We can solve that problem. Then several day to day consumer goods we utilize. Okay, from toothpaste to from sunscreens to everything. Okay, in all these products also there is huge role of this nanomaterials. Okay, so even health wise also we can develop nano medicines, nano robots to conduct surgeries. Okay, in this way the nanotechnology is going to revolutionize our life in the coming future. Okay, you remember this is not a separate branch of science and technology. It is going to impact each and every branch in our day-to-day life. Okay, right. So from aviation to, from defense to, from medicines to even consumer goods, we are going to have several useful things in our life, maybe in 10 to 15 years. Okay, just you close your eyes and you see after the 15 years everything we will be using that will be containing the nanomaterials in it for sure. Okay, so that is the way nanotechnology is going to impact our lives in the coming future. Okay, so I hope you have understood briefly what is the meaning of nanotechnology. Okay, it is nothing, just we are going deep into the materials or to the atomic level or to the atom level, and there we are started working with the materials. Then what is happening at that level, they are started behaving very differently. Okay, and those different behaviors we are trying to utilize and we are trying to use them for our benefit. Okay, simply this is the nanotechnology. Okay, I hope you have understood. There I have given a technical definition also. Nanotechnology is working at the nanoscale. Nanoscale is 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. Generally, working at the nanoscale means working at 1 to 100 nanometers. Okay, working at the scale of 1 to 100 nanometers. Okay, to give you to give you a perspective, what size will be of nanometers? Our human hair. If we take our human hair, the width or thickness of our human hair is, how much it will be? Can you imagine? It is 80,000 nanometers. The width or the thickness of our human hair is 80,000 nanometers. So you imagine the scale 1 to 100 nanometers. How much lesser size it will be. Okay, right. So this is briefly about the nanotechnology. Okay, it has two special features or two special characteristic features. Okay, we will understand those special two special characteristic features also. Okay, then we will go to the applications. Okay, the first physical feature is size and scale. Okay, size and scale, right. So generally this property little bit it came in the when we were understanding the nanotechnology itself. So we are working at a very smaller scale. That scale is called as nanoscale. Okay, and particles, we are working with the particles which are very smaller in size. Okay, okay. So these, because of working at this size and this scale, it is going to, the materials are going to give us very unique features, or they are going to exhibit very unique physical properties. Examples, okay, generally what color the gold will be? We take the metal gold. We are very much fond of wearing ornaments. Okay, gold, that is the purpose, that is what gold we use for. Okay, so generally it exhibits yellowish color. Okay, it looks in yellow color. But you go to the nano scale, you start working at a nano size and nano scale, then the gold particle, instead of emitting the yellowish color, they start emitting red color. Okay, this is one example. Second example is silver. Also we have a metal called silver. Okay, this also generally, what is the purpose we use silver? We wear silver ornaments. Okay, so but you take silver nanoparticles and they will act as a very good antibacterial materials, or they will exhibit antibacterial properties. What is the meaning of antibacterial property? They start killing the bacteria. Okay, what is the advantage? Bacteria infects our body and they cause diseases, various diseases. So silver nanoparticles can be used as a medicine. Okay, right? Is it strange? Right. Only purpose we know with the silver is just it will to wear as ornaments. But here silver nanoparticles, when we start working with this very smaller scale and very smaller size, they will exhibit the property of killing the bacteria. Okay, so that we can use the silver nanoparticles for curing the diseases. Okay, right. This is the first characteristic feature. Then it has second characteristic feature also. The second characteristic feature is high volume to high surface area to volume. Okay, so compared to the volume of a nanoparticle, the nanoparticle is going to have very much surface area. Okay, so generally we will take a ball, normal table, or we will take a table. So this is the surface area. Let's imagine this is the table. Okay, so this is the surface area which we are using. Okay, but you take a nanoparticle, or you go inside this table itself, and you start working with at the nanoscale. So these are atoms that are present in this table. Okay, so here you imagine the surface area. What is the surface area we can utilize? Okay, so this is all the surface. On each and every atom there is surface area. Okay, so we can use this surface area for various purposes. So the area which suddenly we can use is suddenly increased like drastically, thousands of times more surface area. So this surface area also, increased surface area also has very much significance. So you take this table, okay, and you see its volume. It has certain volume and it has certain surface area. Okay, it has certain area. So compared to its volume, the surface area is very less. But here in this scenario, you see same volume, but the surface area has increased very drastically. Okay, so this thing also we are going to utilize. It has several applications in medicine. Okay, so in this surface area we can attach medicines and we can send into our human body. Okay, or if you are trying to generate solar energy, we need solar modules, solar plates will be arranged. In that, solar cells will be there. They will attract or absorb the radiation, solar radiation, and convert that into electricity energy. But their surface area is limited. Instead of that, you use nanoparticles or solar cells made up of with nanoparticles. They have very large surface area, and with that, what they can do, they can absorb a lot of solar radiation and they can convert that into electricity. Okay, so these are the advantages, or these are the two characteristic features that the nanotechnology has, and these two special characteristic features are going to help us immensely. Okay, so I hope you have understood these two characteristic features also of nanotechnology or of nanomaterials. Okay, then briefly we will see the applications of or advantages of nanotechnology. Okay, applications of nanotechnology. Okay, one of the area where we will be having very good advantages is the materials, nanomaterials. Okay, in this, nanomaterials will be, they will be lighter. Okay, lighter in weight from the traditional metals or materials, and they will be much more stronger. Okay, so generally what are the metals, predominant metals that we are using for working with? One is iron. Okay, then we are using steel, then we are using aluminum. Okay, so okay, predominantly we use iron, steel, and where we need little bit lighter but stronger, then we are opting for aluminum. Okay, still working with these materials is very difficult. Excuse me. Why? Because they are heavy in weight. Okay, but their strength is not that okay as we have required. But when we come to nanomaterials, if we are making the nanomaterials, they will be very lighter. At the same time, they will be much more stronger. So you imagine making the materials or products, okay, for space program. Okay, we have to build rockets. So imagine the lighter and stronger materials going to what kind of impact they are going to have on the space program. Okay, we can easily produce very strong, or the rockets which are very strong, but at the same time it's very lighter. Okay, then air travel. Okay, means aeroplanes, we can build aeroplanes which are very lighter but at the same time very much stronger. Okay, so in this way the materials are going to be revolutionized. Then the second advantage with the materials is self-healing materials. Okay, self-healing materials. What is the meaning of self-healing materials? Okay, nowadays you see when you are building materials with iron, steel, even the concrete, bricks, all the materials we are using, but they are prone to damage. Cracks will be there. Okay, and they are prone to damages. But if at all you are using the nanomaterials, they will be having the property of self-healing. Okay, so if at all there is a damage, okay, so the materials, nanoparticles will once again combine themselves and they heal this crack. If there is a crack in the material or in a product, they will heal themselves and the crack will disappear. Okay, let's imagine we have produced a car with the nanoparticles or nanomaterials. Okay, there was a slight accident and a part of the car portion is damaged. Then because of the presence of nanoparticles, the damaged car will be healed, okay, or cured. Okay, then there is no need for going to a repair shop or something, and no need for spending lot of money on repairing this as well. Okay, these are the advantages that we will be having with nanoparticles, nanomaterials. Then we have applications in medicine. Okay, so we can produce nanomedicines. Okay, so generally nowadays we will take medicines in the form of tablets. They are going into our stomach. They are digested and they are mixed with the bloodstream and they are going to all parts of our body. But you imagine we generate or we produce medicines with nanoparticles, okay, and the nanomedicine is put on this surface area. Okay, this is the nanomedicine and this will be the tablet which we will be swallowing. Okay, so I hope you might have seen, and some nanoparticles we will coated with medicine, we will keep them. Okay, so then we are consuming the tablet, then what, after going into the stomach, what these nano medicine will do, it will mix, it will enter into the bloodstream and it will go into the body part where actually the problem is there or disease is there or bacteria is there, and these nanomedicine will directly cure that body part. Okay, what is the advantage with rest of the body is not impacted by the medicine we are taking. Okay, so it is good or not, it is very good. Okay, and the rest of the body is saved from the negative impact or the side effects of the medicine. Okay, so the nanomedicine is solving that problem, right? Then we can have nano robots. What are nano robots? Very small, like robots which have their size between 1 to 100 nanometers. Okay, there will be very small. You cannot look at them with your naked eye. Only through microscope we can observe it. Okay, so let's imagine there is cancer in our body. Okay, and we have to cure that cancer. Okay, then we will, instead of cutting the body and opening the body and treating the cancer, okay, just we will send the nano robots into our body and they will go to the, if this is a muscle, here the cancer cells are there. Okay, so these nano robots will go to this part through blood and they will burn or operate this cancer particles and they will remove the cancer particles. That's it. Okay, no cutting of the body and remove the cancer cells. Okay, no external surgery, only you will send the nano robots, they go to the targeted area and they will cause the disease. Okay, then another use is diagnosis. Okay, so how, now we are using various methods for diagnosis. Okay, CT scan, okay, MRI scan, ultrasound, okay, X-ray. These are all the methods that is used, that are used for diagnosis. Okay, so just in future we can use the same nano robots for diagnosing a body part also. Okay, you need not do all these things. Okay, simply you will send the robots which are attached with a camera. Okay, they go inside the body and they will scan the body and send you the images. Just you look at the images, then you decide whether disease is there, if disease is present, what type of disease it is. Okay, so these are the applications in medicine. Okay, so in this way it is also going to revolutionize the stream of medicine. Okay, then they have environmental applications. Okay, then they have environmental applications, very good applications with respect to environment. Okay, what are the applications in environment? Okay, treating polluted water. Okay, nowadays we are seeing everywhere we are seeing polluted water. Okay, so by using nano membranes, okay, nano membranes are layers. Okay, okay, they are sheets. Okay, they will be arranged on one on one like this. Okay, there are various layers of nano membranes, so water is made to flow through these membranes. Okay, just like the normal filtration, but these nano membranes will be very much efficient, and once they come back, this water will be treated with all the kinds of polluted. Okay, so not only treating the wastewater outside, even we can pure the water for drinking purpose also. Okay, drinking purpose. So in this way, nano membranes are going to play an important, very important role in treating the polluted water. Okay, then they can be used for remediation or environmental. It can be called as remediation, environmental remediation also. Okay, normally you might have studied phytoremediation or bioremediation, that is using plants or living organisms to treat the pollution on the earth. Okay, surface air or earth may be polluted by, like, heavy metals like mercury, okay, cadmium, etc. These are heavy metals, right? Heavy metals, mercury, cadmium, okay, several other type of heavy metals are there. Okay, due to industrial activities, due to mining, land area is polluted. Okay, so what we can do, we can develop nanomaterials. Just you spread the nanomaterials in that place, they will start absorbing, okay, these heavy metals, and they will treat the land or surface area from these heavy metals. Okay, so this is called as remediation. Okay, environmental remediation. Similarly, in oceans also you will see water, there will be huge oil spills. Okay, so it's nowadays it is very difficult to treat this oil spills or remove the oil spills, remove oil from the surface of the ocean. It has several catastrophic impacts. But by developing nano materials, okay, we can simply or we can easily cure the oil spill that is spread on the surface of the ocean. In this way, environmental remediation can be achieved. Okay. Then with the nanomaterials or nanofibers, we can develop or create environmental friendly products. Okay, environmental friendly products. Okay, so nowadays most of the products which we are using are of plastic, which is not at all environment friendly. Actually, plastic is the enemy of the environment because it will not disintegrate easily. Okay, and it is causing lot of pollution. Okay, plastic pollution. So instead of plastic, we can start using the materials that are made with the help of nanotechnology, which will be very environmental friendly. Environmental friendly means they can easily disintegrate and get involved or mixed with the environment, or they can be easily degraded. Those materials are called as biodegradable materials. Okay, right. These are the environmental benefits that we are going to have. Okay, right. Another area which we are going to be benefited is consumer products. Okay, right. So consumer products, we use various cosmetics like sunscreens. Okay, then other lotions. Okay, then creams. Okay, even toothpaste. Okay, so we use various these kind of cosmetics in our day-to-day life. So you imagine if they are nanoparticles, okay, nanoparticles are used in them, they are going to improve our experience. Okay, when you apply sunscreen, you may feel itchy, or it will look white. If you apply sunscreen on the face, it looks like white, because why? The zinc particles that are present in the sunscreen, they are not nanoparticles, they are big particles. Okay, so they appear, okay, they emit white light, that's why our face looks very white. But instead of that, when you use zinc nanoparticles, you will not even notice that you have applied sunscreen. Okay, in that way, all the lotions, creams, paste like this, they are going to improve our experience a lot. Okay, then self-cleaning products. Okay, self-cleaning paints, instead of that you can say paints or cloths. Okay, in the future you will wear cloths which are made up of nanoparticles. Okay, so you need not wash the clothes for days together. Okay, so they will self clean themselves, they remove dirt and sweat, anything that is there, just they will clean themselves and remove them. Okay, so continuously like 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, you can keep on wearing those clothes. And self cleaning paints will also going to come. Then these paints will be painted cars. Let's imagine the houses and cars are painted with these paints. Then you need not wash the cars for every 2 to 3 days. Then you need not paint the houses continuously, repeatedly. One time you paint, that's enough. Okay, so what is the major aspect of these paints? They will have the habit of self cleaning, or they will not attract the dust particles. Okay, they have the tendency of rejecting this dirt and the dust particles. Okay, so these are the advantages that we are going to have. Okay, right. So these are these are the various ways which we are going to be benefited from the this thing. Okay, nanotechnology. Okay, finally we have to study about their uses in energy. Okay, so briefly I have mentioned in the initial period itself. So solar modules for generating solar energy, we use the solar panels. In solar panels, the modules are there, or solar batteries are there. So instead of using normal silicon and germanium in the production of these solar panels, you start using nanomaterials. Okay, so because of their size, scale and their huge surface area, they can generate lot of energy. Okay, then you use nanomaterials in wind shields. Okay, windmills, you have seen a big stand and a fan will be rotating with the wind force. So instead of using this iron or aluminum for making this fan, okay, or windmill, you use nanomaterial. Okay, which are very stronger, but at the same time which are very lighter. So with the same wind force you can generate lot of energy. Okay, lot more energy. Okay, this in this way they are going to revolutionize the wind energy also. Then third one is storage. Okay, so it is not only generating renewable energy, includes not only generating energy but storing that energy. Right now the problem with the renewable energy is storage of energy. So instead of using nowadays predominantly what technology we are using, the lithium ion batteries for storage. Okay, so in the place of lithium ion battery, you start using batteries made with nanoparticles. Once again, because of their huge surface area, they are going to store very huge energy or electricity in the same space or with the same capacity of battery. Okay, in this way it is going to revolutionize the storage of electricity or energy also. Okay, then in the future we are talking about technologies like hydrogen as a fuel. Okay, so what is the problem in using hydrogen as a fuel? Only problem is storing of hydrogen. Okay, we need very strong containers to store hydrogen at very high pressure and at very low temperatures. Okay, the present materials that we are having, they do not have the capacity of storing hydrogen. So instead of using normal materials, if we use nanomaterials, okay, we can produce very strong containers, okay, which are at the same time very light in weight, which will be having the capacity of storing the hydrogen. Okay, in that way we are going to realize the hydrogen energy also. Okay, so broadly these are the applications. Okay, right. So if at all there will be a question in the exam, that will be about the applications of nanotechnology. Okay, so you try to remember these applications, very important. Okay, be thorough with the applications. Apart from that, certain challenges are there. Okay, few challenges I will mention briefly. One thing is the ethical aspects within nanotechnology, right? Ethical aspects like, imagine a country is using nanotechnology to produce nano weapons. Okay, so what will happen? There will be a lot more destruction. Okay, that is the disadvantage. Then this, things like spying. Okay, then conducting criminal activities. Okay, extortion. Okay, spying. All these things may, they can be made easily. Crime. Okay, they can become very much easy by utilizing the nanotechnology. Okay, this is also very, uh, you know unfortunate thing. We will say now technology is a double-edged sword. So there are two sides. Okay, there will be advantages also, but at the same time there are disadvantages with the technology. So criminals or anti-social elements may use it for this purpose. Okay, this is an aspect. Then second thing is, these nanoparticles, they may enter into our, they may mingle with the environment, or they enter into the environment, they enter into our food chain, and they may enter into our body, and they pollute our body. And the long term impacts, we do not know what harm they are going to cause, these nanoparticles. So we are seeing the example of nanoplastics. Actually they have entered into our food chain, and they have entered into our ocean also, and the animals are consuming this ocean water, which is causing, problems in them. Okay, so there are problems with this nanoparticles also, nanoplastics. Okay, so these are the few problems that we have with nanotechnology. Okay, so you try to study more and more about the problems of nanotechnology also. Okay, basically the problems are these: ethical considerations, and pollution with the nanoparticles entering into human body, and entering into the food chains, and the impact they are going to have. Okay, so with this we will stop, and next time uh, we will discuss another topic. Until then, have a good day.